Welcome back to Practical Intermediate English B1 B2, the podcast where we help you speak natural, clear, and confident English in real everyday situations. I am Laura.
And I am Thomas. We are very glad you are joining us today. Today, we are focusing on a situation that almost every traveler or language learner experiences at some point: getting lost and asking for directions.
That is right. Being in a new city or an unfamiliar neighborhood can be exciting, but it can also be a little bit stressful, especially when you realize you have taken a wrong turn and you are not sure where you are.
Absolutely. In those moments, relying only on map apps on your phone does not always work. Sometimes your battery dies, or the signal disappears, or the map is simply confusing. Knowing how to ask a real person for directions using natural, polite English is an essential practical skill.
By the end of this episode, you will know how to start a conversation politely, ask clear questions using natural intermediate phrases, understand the directions you receive, and confirm key details so you do not end up getting lost twice.
I remember the first time I got completely lost in a foreign city. My phone battery died, it was getting dark, and I stood on a street corner staring at a paper map like a confused detective.
I can definitely relate to that feeling. Your heart beats a little faster, and you look around trying to find someone who looks friendly and not in a rush.
Exactly. You want to ask for help, but you might hesitate because you are afraid you will not understand the fast directions they give you in return.
That is completely normal. The good news is that asking for directions in English does not require complicated grammar. You just need a few reliable phrases and a clear strategy to check that you have understood correctly.
So let us start with our first realistic situation. Imagine you are walking in a busy town center and you are trying to find the central train station. You see someone walking by who does not seem to be in a hurry.
Let us do a short role play. I will be the local resident walking down the street, and Thomas will be the visitor who needs help.
Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but I am a bit lost. Could you tell me how to get to the central train station?
Oh, sure. It is not far from here. Walk straight down this street for about 2 blocks, then turn left at the traffic lights. You will see a large supermarket on your right, and the station is right across the street from it.
Great. So straight for 2 blocks, left at the traffic lights, and it is opposite the supermarket?
Yes, exactly. You cannot miss it.
Thank you so much for your help. Have a great day.
You are welcome. Good luck.
Now, let us break down what made that short conversation work so well.
First, notice how Thomas opened the conversation. He did not just jump straight in and demand information. He started with, "Excuse me, sorry to bother you."
Sorry to bother you is a very friendly and soft opening phrase. It acknowledges that you are taking a moment of the other person's time. It sounds polite and makes people much more willing to stop and help you.
Then Thomas used a great intermediate question structure. Could you tell me how to get to? This is much softer and more natural than saying, "Where is the station?"
And when I received the directions, I repeated the key details back to Laura. So straight for 2 blocks, left at the traffic lights, and it is opposite the supermarket. This is a crucial technique. Rephrasing or repeating what you heard allows the other person to confirm that you understood correctly or correct any misunderstanding.
Now let us look at a second situation. This time, you are inside a large building, like a big shopping mall, a university campus, or an airport, and you need to find a specific office or facility, like the customer service desk or a specific gate.
Indoor navigation can often be harder than street directions because there are fewer obvious landmarks like streets and traffic lights.
Let us try another role play. I will be the visitor at a large shopping mall trying to find the pharmacy, and Thomas will be an employee working at an information kiosk. "Hello, could you help me for a moment? I am looking for the main pharmacy."
Of course. The main pharmacy is on the 2nd floor. Take the escalator behind me up to the next level, walk past the bookshop, and it will be on your left, right next to the bank.
Okay, perfect. Is it within walking distance from here, or is it on the other side of the building?
It is very close. Just a 2-minute walk once you get upstairs.
Excellent. And just to be sure, is it open at this time of day?
Yes, it stays open until 8 o'clock in the evening.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot for your help.
Happy to help. Enjoy your afternoon.
In this second conversation, We saw a few other useful expressions that fit indoor or practical setting contexts.
Laura asked, I am looking for the main pharmacy, using I am looking for, followed by a noun phrase is one of the most direct and natural ways to state what you need.
I also asked, is it within walking distance? This is a very handy phrase when you are in a new place and you are not sure if you should walk or take public transport or a taxi. Within walking distance means close enough that walking is easy and reasonable.
Thomas also used clear directional words. Take the escalator on your left and right next to. Notice how prepositions of place like next to, opposite, behind, and across from are essential when receiving directions.
Let us examine a third situation where things might be slightly more complicated. What happens when the directions are confusing or when the person speaks too quickly?
This happens all the time. Native speakers often speak fast without realizing it, especially when they know their own town very well.
Let us demonstrate how to manage this politely without feeling embarrassed. I will play a visitor trying to find an art gallery, and Thomas will give directions a bit too quickly.
Hi there. You just go down here, take the second right, head past the bakery, cross the bridge, turn left immediately after the museum, and it is tucked away behind the park.
Oh, I am sorry, I did not catch all of that. Could you slow down a little bit, please? Did you say turn right after the bakery?
My apologies. No, turn right before the bakery, cross the bridge, and then turn left right after the museum.
I see. Turn right before the bakery, cross the bridge, and left after the museum. That is much clearer. Thank you.
No problem at all. Have a great visit.
Notice how I handled that moment. I did not pretend to understand when I was actually confused. I used the phrase, I am sorry, I did not catch all of that. Could you slow down a little bit, please?
I did not catch. That is a natural spoken phrase that means I did not hear or understand what you said. It sounds much more natural and polite than simply saying, what? Or, I don't understand.
It also shifts the conversation naturally, so the other person realizes they need to speak more clearly, without you feeling like your English is failing you.
Now, let us focus on some useful natural patterns and phrasal verbs that frequently appear when discussing directions and location.
One very common phrasal verb is end up. For example, if you turn left too early, you might end up in the residential area. End up means to reach a situation or place, often without planning it.
Another one is head towards or head down. People often say head down this road for 5 minutes. Head as a verb simply means to move or travel in a specific direction.
We also have look out for. A local might tell you, look out for the yellow building on the corner. Look out for means to pay attention so you notice something when you pass it.
And finally, the phrase, you cannot miss it. People use this reassuring phrase when the place you are looking for is very obvious or large once you get close to it.
Now, let us review 5 key vocabulary items from our conversations today in context.
Our first word is landmark. A landmark is a recognizable feature of a landscape or town, like a clock tower, a large statue, or a famous church.
For example, the tall clock tower is the easiest landmark to spot when you are coming from the station.
Our second expression is intersection or junction. An intersection is the place where 2 or more roads meet or cross each other.
Example, turn right at the next busy intersection.
Our third expression is straight ahead. This means continuing forward in the same direction without turning left or right.
Example, keep walking straight ahead until you see the park entrance.
Our fourth expression is opposite or across from. This means facing something on the other side of a street or room.
Example, the coffee shop is directly opposite the post office.
And our fifth term is shortcut. A shortcut is a quicker or shorter route than the main road.
Example, if you walk through the park, it is a great shortcut to the library.
Excellent. Now it is time for our guided speaking practice. We are going to give you several key sentences. Listen to us, say them, and then practice repeating them aloud.
Here is our first sentence. Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the museum? Let us say that together. Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the museum?
Try making it sound relaxed and polite. Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the museum?
Sentence number 2. I am trying to find the nearest bus stop. Say it with us. I am trying to find the nearest bus stop.
Good. Sentence number 3. Is it within walking distance from here? Let us try that again. Is it within walking distance from here?
Sentence number 4. I am sorry, I did not catch that. Could you say that again, please? Repeat that now. I am sorry, I did not catch that. Could you say that again, please?
Sentence number 5. So I need to turn left at the traffic lights, right? Try saying that naturally. So I need to turn left at the traffic lights, right?
Great work! Now let us move to listener response practice. We will ask you a question connected to finding directions, and we will pause briefly so you can imagine how you would respond in real life. Then we will provide clear sample answers.
Question number 1. Excuse me, do you know where the nearest pharmacy is? Imagine someone asks you this on the street. How could you answer if it is nearby?
A clear B1, B2 response would be, yes, there is one just down this street on the right next to the bank. Or, if you do not know, you can politely say, I am sorry, I am not from around here, so I am not sure.
Question number 2. Is the train station far from here? How would you answer if it takes about 15 minutes to walk?
You could say, it is about a 15-minute walk from here, or you can take bus number 4 directly there.
Question number 3. Did you say turn right or left after the bridge? How do you clarify directions when asked?
A smooth answer is, turn right after the bridge, then it is the second building on your left.
Question number 4. Could you tell me how to get to the city center?
You can say, just follow this main road straight ahead for about 10 minutes and you will reach the central square.
Question number 5. What should I look out for so I do not miss the hotel?
You could answer, look out for a large blue sign and a gas station right on the corner.
Fantastic practice. Now, let us bring everything together in one final complete role play. Pay attention to how Laura and Thomas use the phrases, clarify details, and close the interaction politely.
Imagine Thomas is a traveler in an unfamiliar town who is looking for a local art gallery, and Laura is a resident standing outside a coffee shop.
Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but I seem to be a little lost. I am looking for the modern art gallery. Am I heading in the right direction?
Oh, you are heading in the right direction, but you still have a short walk ahead of you. It is about 10 minutes from here.
Oh, good to know. Could you tell me the best way to get there from this street?
Sure. Keep walking straight ahead past 3 intersections. When you reach the large church on the corner, turn left onto High Street.
Okay, so straight past 3 intersections, then left at the church onto High Street.
Exactly. Once you are on High Street, walk about 200 meters. Look out for a small glass building on your right. That is the gallery. You cannot miss it.
Wonderful. Is there a good shortcut through the park nearby, or should I stick to High Street?
High Street is definitely the easiest route to follow if you are not familiar with the area.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it.
You are very welcome. Enjoy the exhibition.
That was a complete, natural interaction. Notice how we combined polite openings, clear direction requests, clarification checks, and a friendly closing.
Let us briefly review the main learning points from today's episode.
First, always open with a friendly phrase like, excuse me, sorry to bother you, or could you help me for a moment?
Second, use clear question frames like, could you tell me how to get to? Or, I am trying to find.
Third, do not be afraid to check your understanding by repeating key facts back, or asking someone to slow down if they speak too quickly using, I did not catch all of that.
Fourth, pay attention to useful position words like opposite, next to, straight ahead, and within walking distance.
And fifth, a common mistake learners make is staying quiet when they are confused because they feel shy. It is always better to ask for clarification than to walk 10 minutes in the wrong direction.
To finish today's episode, here is your real-life challenge. Sometime this week, practice explaining directions in English to yourself or out loud in front of a mirror.
Imagine someone stops you in your town and asks how to get to your favorite cafe, the library, or the nearest train station. Try giving them clear directions using at least 3 expressions from today's lesson, like head down, look out for, or it is within walking distance.
Practicing these scenarios in advance will build your muscle memory and boost your confidence for the next time you need to give or ask for directions in real life.
You are making steady progress with your intermediate English. Every small practice session adds up to big improvements over time.
Thank you so much for listening to Practical Intermediate English B1, B2. Keep practicing, stay curious, and join us again in our next episode.
Take care, everyone, and goodbye for now.
Goodbye.